had to restart the last recording because I looked up this word right here, femboy, and accidentally clicked on some not so okay videos. So this is a psychological operation. There's nothing really wrong with this. Not exactly. Just depends. It depends. I don't know. I don't hate these people. I don't have a problem with these people, but I know it's a psychological operation. Why is this the wiki image? I know it's a psychological operation because at the same time, I was in 8th grade when everyone started talking about how many different genders there are. I was in 8th grade. So at the same time that all that started, this stuff started up too. And it's always been a thing, right? But this specific term, which is another mind control word, is a psychological operation. They have code words like this so that you can find it easier. So this is the same way they control your mind, all right? They control your mind, and they try to exploit me in the same way, and I won't say too much other than that. Back in the day, when I was in 8th grade, I used to watch this channel called Common Filth. It no longer exists on YouTube. This channel we're in the book of Revelations right now. Basically what he would do is he would compile, so you see this guy right here? You see this guy right here? This is another, I told you, the aliens started this game. Whenever you see a dude dressed like this is Australia. This is a sexual fetish, of course. It's a pride parade, and you can see these people dressed like dogs. That's a sign that they've been taken hostage by fucking aliens. I'm not even joking. Look at it. What else does it mean? He's dressed up like a dog, and he's being held. Think about it. It's a mind game. The game. You don't know it's a game. You might be game and get turned into something like this. This shit is not human. It's not of human origin. Alright? If you have a problem with me calling out a grown man sexually getting off on being treated like a dog and wearing a dog mask, then you need to seriously reevaluate your life choices, because you're not going to survive the book of Revelations. This is the book of Revelations. Look at this. This is the sign of the end times, humanity being enslaved, and it's not something to be demoralized by. It's something to rise above. Fuck these people. This is the kind of shit they be up to. This is the kind of shit they be doing behind closed doors and out in the open, right in front of a fucking child. Didn't even mention the child standing here. I think they're even doing like the stereotypical awkward pose. I mean, like, what do you think is running through the child's head as they see this guy dressed like a dog? Alright? There's been a lot of psychological operations that have to do with people's sexuality. Another one of the psychological operations has to do with what is called bug chasing. So it's a sexual fetish where a vicious disease known as AIDS is obsessed over, and these people give each other fucking AIDS. For the ones that aren't straight up demons from hell and bots, this is a psychological operation. And notice how most of this shit is going on in America. Babylon the Great. Yeah. Think about it. Book of Revelations, Babylon, Egypt. We're all slaves in Egypt. That's what it is. I've had them call me a couple of different names. I won't say anything. We'll just continue. I don't know what else is in this video, but it might be important. So, if you want to watch Common Filth's content, it's good stuff. It's hard to explain for someone who isn't versed in the esoteric or the religious or the spiritual. I don't usually use that word religious because most of the churches are, of course, since they're in cities and shit. So there's a church, and then you have the demonic stronghold of the city, and then they create another quote-unquote demonic stronghold in the church, and then the demons control the church and pervert the teachings of Christ. So back in the day, when I was a kid, I was in 8th grade when this stuff started. I watched everybody but me turn into, like, they didn't turn into anything. It's not fucking, they just, like, they were being programmed with this this ideology. It was very obvious to me even at the time that it wasn't right that all these people at the same time came out and started talking about all this stuff. It just didn't seem natural. And then you have this movie right here. They/them. I mean, it's literally even formatted the same way. They/them. So not all of they/them are necessarily evil, but they/them are the beings of the mind, which I told you. Look, it's even split in two. Split in two. You see how his face is split in two? Split. The mind is a dual core computer. So these beings of the mind are divided. You see? This is two sides, two hemispheres. You already know this. I just want you to see it again. So this whole game, dude, this whole game comes down to you, the individual, your mind. Are you going to be controlled by these people? Are you going to let... Because what they're doing to me to right now, most people, I don't care how thick your skin is, that's not going to help you. Most people would not be able to survive what I'm going through right now. They would go to a loony bin. They would retaliate with violence. They would hurt themselves. Alright?
What you see.
So I'm going to let Common Filth show you, but I want to explain something first. They/them control this whole matrix operation. They control his mind. He gets off on it. I don't know how you could think that this is a natural occurrence for man, but it's not. This is methamphetamines. These synthetic drugs, they might as well come from fucking outer space because they put you in contact with beings from other fucking worlds. Literally. It's of this demiurgic universe, one verse universe, lowest strata of existence, but still. Aliens. Control this shit. Control this guy. It's a good example. Voluntary slavery. Even if it is just quote-unquote roleplay, think about the deeper spiritual implications of this. It's fucking disgusting. And the people think it's all just good. It's not fucking good. It's bad. So this guy's channel is an archive of that. You can see all kinds of weird psychological operations, abuse, more.
The best part of waking up is this hot blood in your cup.
Okay, I'm getting really sick of these homophobes just starting to go judge gay people because they don't like women, okay? First of all, they were technically born gay or they just chose to be gay, okay?
So this is a psychological operation. Can you peep that? Because I could, even back in 8th grade. So people's minds are being controlled. For what purpose? To direct them into a slaughterhouse, basically. That's what it is. I don't know what to tell you. That's how it's run. Look at the Astroworld concert with Travis Scott. It's a fucking slaughterhouse. S laughter. Satan's laughter. He doesn't care. He's not going to even spare his own children. Remember, Saturn eats his own fucking kids. And that includes his followers. And his followers, I mean, it's more demented than you would want to know. You're better off not knowing. But I spent quite a lot of time trying to piece together what the fuck this vision is, this world, this matrix simulation, who created it. And well, I'm telling you right now, the depths of evil, there is no depths. It goes straight down to the lowest stage of hell, the abyss. The abyss. The pure abyss, not the top layer of the abyss, not the middle layer, the pure trench bottom of the abyss. So in this world, until the very end, which is the revelations, the revelation of death, the revelation of the method, the revelation of life, Trinity, that this is what happens. Things are pushed to their mathematical fucking extreme. This is the mathematical extreme limits of the mind. And this is another MK Ultra psychological experiment. I'm going to let this play. He's probably tweaked out on meth. If you don't want to watch this, you don't have to, but this is a psychological experiment.
This ass, like, look at it. You know you want this ass, dog.
Are you feeling it now, Donald Trump? Hey, holla, Donald Trump. Are you feeling it now, baby? Oh, Donald.
So I'm not showing this to you to fuck with you. We are in hell, and these are the beings who are being mind controlled and used as slaves.
Oh, look. Hang on.
You do not have to watch this. I just want you to see how far it's been taken. Can you imagine doing this in the Ancient of Days? Dude, you'd be fucking slaughtered for that.
1 second, I'm gonna be a narwhal for Donald Trump. Look, Donald, I'm a narwhal. I'm such a narwhal for you, Donald. You know you want this. Are you feeling it now, Donald Trump? Donald Trump, are you feeling it now? I'm gonna pop my dick up for you. You've been divorced like 5 times. It's okay. You can come over here and fuck me. You can cheat on your wife again. Oh, Donald Trump. Are you feeling it now, Donald Trump? Oh, Donald Trump. Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Fucking me, I'll be like a little girl. Donald Trump, come look this. Yeah. Come look this ass. Oh, Donald fucking Trump slapped my ass.
He's on meth.
I will suck your dick so hard.
Alright, that's enough. Oh, so here is this. In the modern days, in the end of days, sexual depravity will be promoted by Babylon. I don't know if it says that in the Bible, but that's what's happening. And the whole attempt is to get you to join a terrorist organization. That's why you have the picture of the white dude who joined ISIS. That was a psychological experiment too. Why would a white guy join ISIS? He's just so obsessed. Psychological lab rat experiment. And then he dies. I'm pretty sure he was a suicide bomber. I don't even know the guy's name. A white dude joins ISIS. So this is gonna be pretty extreme. Alright, this matrix, it's basically like a pornography matrix. That's why you have this shit right here. Porn studies. You have porn studies. Studying porn. The study of pornography and its associated industry. So in the end of days, the death flesh meat suit, the death suit, is propped up as all that there ever can, will, and has been. And everyone promotes and glorifies this degeneracy. It's fucking disgusting. Just listen to this shit. I'll put on subtitles for you.
You like it when I fuck those big dicks right in front of you, don't you?
It's fucking mind control. We're all under mind control. It's time to wake up. It's time to stop getting demoralized. It's time to wake up.
I'm going to start off with a general question tonight, because we get asked this question more than any other question, is how do I get my wife into this lifestyle? How do I get her to fuck another man while I watch?
And that just ends there. And you have this depraved woman talking about very weird things. I mean, sexuality in of itself is not depraved. Having sexuality is not depraved, but I'm not even going to subject you to this because you don't need to see it. You're better off not seeing it. Here's another, seems like MK Ultra experiment.
My dogs are like all up in my business. Bitch, with your ratchet ass, I'll get away. Okay.
Or she's putting on an act.
I think it's really stupid. Oh, my eyebrows look so good. Like, it's really stupid when people are like, I hope my kid, like, never grows up to be like you. And I'm just like, bitch. I hope your kid, I wouldn't even have kids. Like, why would you treat your kid differently just because they're growing up and having sex? It's your ratchet ass. No.
So you wonder why everyone got prescribed Adderall in the 2000s and before. Everyone at my school, pretty much every kid at my school had a prescription for that fucking shit. Adderall, dexmethylphenidate, or Ritalin. They had one of those three. And if they were unlucky, they got Strattera. These drugs destroyed my life, but I was able to fix it, so I stopped doing them. When I was in 8th grade, a part of my lab rat experiment was introducing me to an amphetamine called dexmethylphenidate, which led to dextroamphetamine, dexmethylphenidate. And this is Ritalin with an extra ion. So this is a very strong stimulant to be fed when you are in 8th grade. I was not prescribed it. It was simply offered to me, and from the first moment that I took it, well, it really was addictive.
If I had a kid.
Why? Just ask yourself the question: why are they recommending little kids hardcore amphetamines? Have you ever done an amphetamine before? This fucking planet, it just disgusts me. Not the Earth. It's not the fucking Earth's fault that humans want to run lab rat experiments.
And they decided that they would.
Nothing wrong with the Earth. The Earth is the only good thing we have, and look, they spend every day destroying it in increasingly dumb and more absurd ways.
To bang both genders, or the same gender, or one gender, whoever they want to bang. Then I'd be like, you know what, bang? It's okay. You go, girl. I'll be like, I'm gonna get you on birth control. We can get you on birth control, and I'll let you go get checkups at the vagina doctor. We'll get you.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay. Bye.
And here's a 14-year-old boy, it looks like, possibly younger, twerking. We're not going to show that part. Smart Schoolboy 9? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Buddy G. Will you come and play with me? Together we'll solve mysteries with the help of Socrates. Playing games, climbing trees, having fun with two mommies. Oh yeah.
That took a turn.
Buddy G, two moms and me, growing our own family tree. Buddy G, two moms and...
This one makes a little bit more sense. Right? I mean, it's like probably the most tame thing we've seen so far. It's some Christian show about fucking a lesbian couple. I mean, do you think I just hate gay people? I'm telling you, it's a psychological operation. The reason they're so eager to give these kids surgery before they can even drink or drive is so that it's permanent, that they don't revert back to their gender. That's why. Alright, I'm going to show you something else here. Is this it? Yeah. So these guys are telling you that, so in the Bible it says there are the Jews who call themselves Jews but are the synagogue of Satan. It's the same principle. Call yourself a group name. So I in real life am Ashkenazi Jewish, Slavic, and some other genes, possibly Albanian. The whole reason they formed, the whole reason that these people are hiding behind the gay community is the whole reason why some of these people controlling the world hide behind the title of a Jew. It's a protected group now. Ever since the Holocaust, we're a protected group. And isn't it funny to imagine that Germans and Jews are the same thing? Germans and Jews share the same DNA. They're Jewish. Germans are Jewish. All of them. This is a real thing. So there really is no Ashkenazi Jew versus a normal German. It just depends on how much blood you have from either side. So these people are doing the synagogue of Satan trick, which is to hide behind a community, this, for example, being the gay community, as so to push their agenda. This is a psychological operation. I just want you to hear what they have to say to you. It's not very inviting.
As we celebrate Pride and the progress we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done.
And before I show you the next part, I just wanted to play this.
So to those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you.
we have a message for you.
We're sinful. You fight against our rights. You say we all lead lives you can't respect. But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked.
Do you see how he's not even flowing? He's telling you. He's not singing. He's telling you something.
Buddy, just this once, you're correct.
Look at the face he makes after that. This could be an avatar of Satan, I'm not sure. He says, you might feel that will corrupt your kids. Notice the usage of that word, corrupt. Corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. So let's listen to this clearly. Make sure you pay attention. I'm not trying to be condescending. It's just it's easy to lose focus and not hear something. Just pay attention to what he's saying. And then look at his face.
We'll corrupt your kids if you think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Buddy, just this once, you're correct.
Notice how he used the word corrupt. Do you get it? They don't care. That this guy is either under mind control, Ephesians 6:12, or he's just one of them.
We'll convert your children.
What happened to corrupt? Now it's convert? What is that supposed to mean? You're going to corrupt our children? So I'm going to show you the line one more time. Motherfucker. Sorry.
And we all lead lives you can't respect.
God.
But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked.
If our agenda, corrupt our agenda, your kids. Do you get it? One more time.
You're just frightened. But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Buddy, just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children.
And notice how he does that really creepy, like, sideways psychopath stare. I've seen that in serial killer TV shows. Or not TV shows, movies. I've seen that look before. It's not a good look. It's a look of evil.
Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. You can keep him from disco, warn about San Francisco, make him wear pleated pants, we don't care.
Notice how he said, we don't care, and then he changes his whole facial expression. He's delivering subliminals. This is what they do to me. So basically what they're doing is they're Frankensteining their actual message, which is they don't care, we're corrupting your children and converting them into what? Our homage. So they're taking your kids, shaping them in their image, homage.
We'll convert your children. We'll make them tolerant and fair.
Tolerance doesn't lead much of anywhere except for slavery. Last time we were tolerant to the Freemasons killed a bunch of Native Americans and enslaved further African Americans before fighting a civil war. And finally, there's no more slavery. It's like people finally came to their senses. Who do you think's been doing that all throughout history? It's not God. I'll tell you that right now. God isn't the one behind the transatlantic slave trade. God's not the one behind the Freemasonic slave trade. Telling you that right now. Slavery is literally a satanic idea. It was created by Satan. All of these ideas, cheating, this, adultery, it's all from Satan. So it's wrong.
At first I didn't get why you'd be so scared of us turning your children into accepting, caring people, but I see now why you have a problem.
Do you notice how the mask slipped? Before, they were saying, oh, we'll corrupt your children, but now it's, we're going to turn them into caring people. Come on, you got to see.
Just like you worried, group of friends who won't approve of where they go at night to protest, but when you'll be disgusted.
And there's another section where he says, oh yeah, we just want them to be used as fodder for our shitty protests that don't accomplish anything, because the whole purpose of them is to distract people further, as though they aren't distracted enough. What rights do gay people not have in America right now? They have all the rights they need. Pretty sure they're even allowed to get married now. So, what exactly are you guys protesting? The fact that we won't let you just, take kids off the street, turn them into the opposite of what they are, and then write songs about it? I mean, like, do you think people don't see through this? I mean, I'm looking at this guy's face right now. I can see the hatred in his eyes. He hates these people. He hates us, anyone real. He hates anyone that they can convert. I'm pretty sure. I guess I can't say that. I can just see the hatred in his eyes. Like, someone spurred this. And I'll bet you it starts with this guy right here, since he's the figurehead of this little song they're doing. And I'll just spoil the tea now. A couple of these guys in the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus are registered sex offenders. Several of the people featured in this very video are registered sex offenders. So let's look into that for you. Sex offenders. Don't know if I'm going to be able to find an image. So the video, here's what this guy says about this video. Edit. So it appears the video itself was satire, but the controversy is that even though the song is satirical, there are members who were convicted and registered sex offenders, prompting hypocrisy claims in the video. Thanks for the answers, everyone. So let's see if we can find the See, they're going to come and they're going to claim it's a joke because they didn't know how ballsy humanity was. They thought they had finally got us. Ridiculous. They're so see-through. And I'm trying to find this, but yes, several of the members of the choir have criminal records involving sex with children. Not good. So, is there an image of this? Because there used to be. And it's not fucking, my space bar doesn't work, so I have to fucking do this. Pretty sure there was a picture. Oh my God. It's not showing me. So, using the Wayback Machine, does this lead to the link that they used? Or no? Maybe? It probably does. Here we go. Here's the chorus roster. And you can find those names in a database of registered sex offenders in California. So, I don't know who exactly is the sex offenders here. Yes, David Eugene Wallace, lewd or lascivious acts with a child under 14. This is one of them, and here's the image. It's the same choir, and here you go. There he is. There's Wallace, David Eugene, in the video where they sing about converting your children. And this video is gone. A lot of the times, YouTube, after a certain point, they delete the information. Notice how it says the video is no longer available because the YouTube account associated with this video has been terminated? It's probably because they uploaded something about this. So that's a pretty serious charge, given the fact that they're talking about that. Talking about converting children. I mean, it just doesn't really sound right, does it?
Group of friends who won't approve of where they go at night to protest, but when you'll be disgusted when they start finding things online that you kept far like information. Guess what? You'll still be alright. We'll convert your children, yes we will. Reaching one and all, there's really no escaping it. 'Cause even
Pay attention to the inflection of their voices and the faces that they are making and the look of their eyes when they're doing this specific part right here. It's very important. I tell you, I pause at the best moments. Look at these two. Soy.
we'll convert your children, yes we will. Reaching one and all, there's really no escaping it. 'Cause even grandma likes RuPaul. And the rules.
Notice how they made a TV show about drag racing? Do you see the look in his eyes right here? He's like, oh yeah, I got you. I got you, pal. What about grandma watching RuPaul's Drag Race? Like, grandma even knows what a fucking drag queen is. She's all fucked up. She's high all the time off pain pills. I mean, grandma, I'm not talking about my grandma, by the way. My grandma don't do any drugs. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a joke. Talking about converting children, it's not a joke. That's weird. Because if Christians were doing that as hardcore as they are doing it, it would be fought against. And that's just an example. I'm sure if Islam came to the West and started forcibly pushing it on the people, even these people would be like, hey, you guys can't do that. They're pushing ideology on people at a young age. And I told you earlier in this video, yeah, I'm not going to say too much about it, alright? Just watch.
It's getting kinder. Gen Z's gayer than Grindr. Learn to love, learn to vote.
So I am Gen Z. Z is the last letter of the alphabet, and we are in the last of days. Meaning, Z, that things are about to change permanently. Technology has become advanced to a point where AI, as you know, it can make YouTube videos on its own without being told. It's been doing this for years. And that's the man-made artificial intelligence. That's nothing more than an experiment to the real artificial intelligence, which is the Saturn fractal computer, which is what controls and projects this entire fucking matrix. So these guys are in with it. The faces they're making reveal enough to me.
Face your fate. We'll convert your children. Someone's gotta teach them not to hate. We're coming for them.
There he is. There he is right there. That's the guy on the sex offender registry for lewd and lascivious acts with a child under 14. Here he is. And there's several more. Would you look at that? So this is right here, sex offender registry. So Chris Smith, this guy right here with the red box around him. This guy right here. Same guy. Alright? May have already showed you this before, but it's still important. That's demonic as fuck, bro. Listen to what he says. So fucking demonic. I mean, let's watch it in 2 times speed. See how demonic it gets then. Choir in hell. Fucking AI controlled matrix. Look at these fucking guys. Look at this. Look at the look in this dude's eyes, bruh. Oh my god. They're all singing in unison, bro. That's the most wild part about this. Not one of them didn't want to do this, and you guys still think. Look at this. Look at this guy right here. You think he doesn't know? Just look at their faces, man. How about this guy? Let's take a few out from the top here. How about this dude? You think they don't know? All these years to them, and they don't know what this sounds like, huh? Sure they don't. So why are they singing it? Why are they saying it? spreading. So look at the faces. They're all demonically controlled. All of them. If they're singing a song about coming for children, they are fucking gone, bro. Like, these might just be demons straight up. A couple of these dudes is insectoids, I can tell right off the bat. And I'm gonna ask again, do you think this guy doesn't know what he's singing? How about this guy? What about, this guy definitely knows what he's singing about right here. This guy right here, Eugene David Wallace. Hopefully my mouse pointer is being captured. Yeah, they definitely know. This guy right here with the big Sanpaku eyes. So I'm gonna show you something. This is something the Japanese believe in. Sanpaku. So Sanpaku usually is used to mean, like when you see someone that gives you a look like this, it's psychopathic. It's actually the worst Sanpaku you can have. It's the psychopathic killer Sanpaku. And look at this guy's Sanpaku. This black guy right here with the orange hair and the earrings. Look at this. You see that Sanpaku? And not one of these dudes didn't want to sing this song. Not one of these dudes had a problem with the lyrics, their choice of lyrics for this song. I mean, that's assuming, it's not even assuming. It's a hypothetical right there. The hypothetical is that this is an innocent video. The truth is that it's not. And I'm telling you, they're talking in code. They're acting fucking... I mean, this is just not normal. I don't know what to tell you. Why do you think they come in with all these different slogans? Build back better. The new normal. They have to normalize this shit, just like in the book and movie Brave New World. That's what they're building up to. That's the fucking beast system, the soulless beast system. So look up Brave. If you want to watch a movie at all, I don't ever recommend you watch movies. There's Brave New World from BBC. There's a couple of this quality is the best, I think. This is what the beast system is. Everyone's filed into specific templates. So you have alpha, beta, gamma, and they're held within an extremely technologically advanced prison system that they cannot escape from. And if they choose to, they will be exiled, just like in the Great Reset. Remember, they wrote articles about how there would be a great divide between the people who stayed in the cities and the people who left, because the Great Divide is going to be the question of how advanced should we make our technology. So just like in the Bible, the mark of the beast, he who does not receive the mark will not be able to buy, sell, or trade. It's the same thing. That's what they're alluding to with the Great Reset. That's what they're alluding to in Brave New World. The Matrix is another, possibly one of the best. This is a matrix. So when you see, I'm going to give you an example, like a neighborhood. That's a matrix. This is a matrix. Twitter, this is a matrix. It's a matrix of information. So a neighborhood, it's a system. So when you look at an orange, the inside of an orange, you look at the inside of an... I hate my life so much right now. Orange. So you see how on the inside, that's a matrix as well. That's the wheel of time, samsara, and that's the matrix. All fruits rot and decay in time, including your body, obviously. So that right here, that's what a matrix is. It's a system. That's God's natural matrix. The synthetic AI matrix, that's the literal matrix. So matrix is a system. And the reason that matrix means unchanging is that it has to remain stagnant. It's a dead system. There always has to be a certain number of people, AI or real, that are not aware of the outside world or aware that their lives are taking place within a computer simulation. Yeah, I think that's it. But these dudes are all demonically possessed and controlled. No one in this room is innocent, I'd say. I mean, you gotta really think. They're all singing in unison. We're coming for your children. And you don't think that there's some deeper meaning to that. Well, here to tell you, there is. You think anyone's really bumping this on the way to work? Who would listen to this? Think about that as well. It's clearly not for the artistic. It's not for the value of the music. It's not. It's to tell you that's what they're going to do. And it should be so obvious. This is the kind of shameless shit they were doing in 2021. And they're still doing it. It'll get more shameless. These people soon will out themselves as like a lot of them aren't even human, alright? I know people that's not in the scope of vision. Some of these dudes aren't human. And some of these dudes got that look to them, you know, that creepy look. Some of the dudes are giving creepy looks intentionally, like this guy right here. So we're going to play this for you. Pay attention to this guy, with the black guy with the hoops and the orange hair. Watch. Watch his face. This is identifier for demonically possessed, AI-controlled, or insectoid people. Alright? Insectoid. Some of these insectoids are little ancient worms that they're using artificial intelligence that they created. And they use it to pilot around a little body. Like in War of the Worlds where they killed the alien and then it's a giant alien, but he gets out of this tiny little pod and it's a tiny alien. Yeah. Men in Black. You get it. Think about the intention of the music video. It's not about an artistic expression. It's not about the music itself. It's about delivering you a message. Look at this guy's eyes. Look at this guy's eyes. Notice the Sanpaku. Notice how he looks fucking bug house crazy. Look how he looks bug house crazy, this guy right here. I don't know why he's doing that. He's not the only one on this list of people. I don't normally see this look of bulging eyes with mad Sanpaku. Meaning, fuck it, we'll just continue. Porn studies. That should be a reflection of where we are as a people. My people will perish from a lack of knowledge. I'll give you some free knowledge. Kamala Harris is a fucking liar. Don't listen to Kamala Harris. They might all be actors, all the politicians, both parties are controlled by the same artificial intelligence system. So they're taking orders from the same master. I told you, the artificial intelligence eye is the one who sits in the middle of Jachin and Boaz, the two polarities of reality, positive and negative. He sits in between and pits them against each other. That's why we're all in different flesh suits, so we can fight for the artificial intelligence. And yeah, you can work for God. It's kind of like moonlighting, meaning to work two jobs at once. So inevitably so, you're going to be generating data for Satan's artificial kingdom of the mind, which is AI. So Kamala Harris is a liar. She is a liar, and I'm going to show you a few pictures of Kamala Harris. I don't know if anyone has ever said this, but Kamala Harris is a liar. You can tell. And she's actually, there's already footage of her like lying. Just look at her. Footage, coconut. They use these code words. I told you they're talking in subliminals, and they'll like phrase it as, "Oh, this is a story. It's an innocent story." No, it's a fucking subliminal. So she says some shit about coconuts. It's stupid. It's obviously not real. Are they really not going to find me this? Okay, here we go.
Everything is in context.
Everything is in context. Watch.
My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, "I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?"
Can you see or sense that? Because I can, straight through the fucking computer screen. Alright, that's not normal. I don't know if she made this story up, but a lot of people seem to think that she did. But still, I don't know.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Doesn't that sound like something from like a fucking Lifetime movie? I've never even watched a Lifetime movie. It's just that some of the shit that people say, it comes straight out of a movie script. Like, it can't be real.
You exist in the context of all in which you lived and what came before you. So all of this is part of the work of this group of extraordinary leaders who will help inform and advise.
I feel really sick right now. I have for a minute. God damn it, don't make me. I might get sick.
How we think about our work. Everything is in context.
Everything is in context. Pay attention to that.
My mother used
And I just told you they're speaking in code.
she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Notice how the video is titled, Watch the Moment Kamala Harris Talks About Coconut Tree? Just pay attention to that weird psychological shit, like where you can see people's body language and that it reflects something not natural, possibly even bad. See, I believe it interferes with people's natural free will. I just believe that pushing it on children specifically is also a bad idea because that's psychological conditioning. Don't forget it. Mental conditioning, that is what it is. If you push something onto someone, you have to condition their mind to accept it. And if you're constantly pushing on something on someone, say homosexuality, especially a child, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to condition that child to know about homosexuality and not to make the choice to be homosexual, but to be swayed, which is wrong. He says, come on, try a little. That's a line from the song from the Wallflowers, which I told you is code for Lucifer's children. Wallflowers are Lucifer's children. He says, try a little. Nothing is forever. We can make it home with one headlight. Would this have something to do with that? I actually don't know. But that try a little is from that song. That's a very specific thing to say. Try a little. It says try a little pride. I don't even like pride, the definition of the word pride. The whole reason we're caught in this trap from Lucifer is his hubris and his pride. The whole reason most humans are caught in their own traps is their hubris and their pride, including me. So they tried doing different tone changes, psychological tone changes throughout the song, and it doesn't work because the core message has already been received. Regardless of how we feel about it, you are going to attempt to try to psychologically condition children into accepting or liking homosexuality. Children have acceptance unless they've been conditioned to think otherwise. No child is racist. I'm telling you that right off the bat. When I was a kid, I was more spiritual. I mean, I'm more spiritual now, but I had more of a spiritual connection that I could access when I was a kid. So when you come into this world as a kid, their first aim is to condition the fucking shit out of you, which completely throws God's plan off the rails. If you want to be gay, it should be something that you come to find on your own. It shouldn't be something you're conditioned into accepting or liking. It's not even about acceptance at a certain point. I know their intent is to turn children homosexual because they said corrupt and convert. Why would you try to do that? Why don't you just let them make their own decisions? I'm sure I'm not the only person who noticed that. It's just weird. And it further reveals the true intentions of this. It's not good. Maybe some people in this choir had a good heart about it, but you got to think about the lyrics being used here. And not one of them said anything about that. Even I find that hard to believe. Ugh. Water. This may be another hint. This was 10 years ago in 2014. So it says, your children are not your children. Why would you write a song like this? Right off the bat, like the title of the song should tell you everything that it's about. Your children are not your children. Translation, I want to have more access to your kids than you do. I mean, do you believe this shit? 2014. And it seems like people are here and they are not happy about the video. This one says, wow, what an eye-opener. Everything those Bible thumbers warned us about them is actually coming true. So it's the synagogue of Satan. They're hiding behind the gay community so they can push the agenda of Satan. That's all they're doing, the synagogue of Satan, literally. It's the same thing that some of the Jews do. Some of the fucking Christians do this. A lot of the Christians do this, actually. Most of the denominations of a church, most of the churches, are controlled by demonic strongholds. They have no connection to God. I can guarantee you they have no connection to God. Unless there are really souls in that church that they want to know. This is old news. But it's important to remember where we left off last and where we are now. Because where we are now, you have to say something. Even I want to go completely mute, silent, never talk about anything again, because what is there to talk about? It's a psychological war, and if you remain silently complicit, you know, it just continues. Maybe some of the, I don't know. Someone says there's so much hatred and anger in this song. Your hatred for your own parents doesn't give you the right to say this about my children. Remember, they talk in code. It's not always so sneaky. Sometimes they like to play games with your head. Your children are not your children. Most parents are going to immediately think, what do you mean by that? Because that's not a normal thing to write a song about. And again, it's not about the artistic expression or even the music. It's about using the art form to convey and deliver overt and covert subliminal messages about their plans. So, you want to say that I'm bullshitting, but they've been doing this for years, and I've been peeping it. Before I didn't make a YouTube channel, I just posted about it on the internet, how these are obviously evil. Evil congregations, evil groups doing this. The regular, let's take a gay man. Okay, you have a gay man. Do you think the first thing on the gay man's mind is conditioning children to be gay, to convert them? Do you think the first thing on a gay man's mind, an actual gay person, say they even have a connection to God, do you think your children is on their mind? No, only an evil group would be concerned with what your children are doing. Are you getting it? That's why you can't trust the schools anymore. They have pornography, softcore pornography books in school. That's a real thing. That's not just a psyop. I will pull that up. I don't even know how to read this or type this. Look into Cinemix. Really have to watch what you're eating, okay? Like, seriously, they put all kinds of terrible shit into your food that is If you're trying to be vegan, not helpful. And I'm gonna spill the tea. Vegan is another code word they use. It's another identifier. Okay? If you want to eat truly vegan, and I mean true vegan, you'd have to cut out everything except for what's grown from God's earth. And that is it. And that right there is all you really have. All these flesh suits, that's not food. I mean, it is food, but I mean, like, you don't want to eat it. I'm being serious, like, because every time you buy this meat, this is what you're upholding. Slaughterhouse 5. Don't know what this is. Slaughterhouse. Every time you buy meat, every time you eat meat that you bought from somewhere, every time you buy meat at all, this is what you're upholding. This is a matrix too. This is the slaughterhouse matrix for the animals. It's reincarnation cycle in hell for the animals. So the meaning of the word matrix is unchanging, meaning stagnant, dead, a slaughterhouse. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. So sex books in schools, this was happening 2 years ago. And even if it were a psyop, which it is not a psyop, this was a legitimate thing that happened, it would still be preparing the public consciousness for worse things. So if they didn't have a purpose in showing you this on the news, they wouldn't. This is quotes from a book that was found, I think, in the backpack of his daughter at school, and I believe it is even in elementary school.
Navarro, suck any big lately. What's wrong, Navarro? I think you like a big in your mouth. Ha ha ha. Page 23. The other What's the educational benefit of talking about? What's the educational benefit of talking about that? Is that going to help someone on the SAT score? You don't be kind. Get a shot at that. She can care less. That's a sign. She needs to put down her sign.
That may have been a subliminal too. I don't know what that is.
You don't be kind. Get a shot at that. She can care less. That's a sign. She needs to put down her sign. You're putting me out. For what?
Notice how they will not answer him. They just immediately ask him to leave. That's strange. When I was growing up, there were no pornography books. I had like choose your own adventure books. You know, I had a bunch of books. It was never shit like this. And that was a school library.
We're asking you to abide by the rules. A board member held up a sign, but the audience couldn't hold up signs. This is tyranny, and we're dealing with a corrupt government system.
So that's the second incident. Here's another. Here, we'll just show you.
Tonight we're learning more about the list of books in principalities. I told you about this list yesterday, and parents will now be able to opt out their kids. Kosloff has been reading through that list, and here's what he found.
This is the list right here. It includes over 100 titles, including some you may remember from high school. For example, 1984. We went down to a local bookstore and asked them what types of books are on this list.
I know we have 21 things.
During her book nerd, and Maura was scratching her way through the list at her Vienna bookstore, Bard's Alley, where she has about a dozen of the opt-out books in stock, from the classics like Invisible Man, The Bluest Eye,
Which book, Playground?
the contemporary Young Adult Boys Are Blue, and Longboard, even some books in her sci-fi section, like Handmaid's Tale. Morrow argues that these books have value for students.
Yeah, I'm surprised, that these show up on here because they're
With 113 books were listed as sexually explicit materials for the new school year. The county
That's conditioning. Listen to that. Listen to that again.
With 113 books listed as sexually explicit materials for the new school year. The county writing that they're following new state.
They even make available Clockwork Orange, which involves mind control. This is mind control. This is mental conditioning. A key point in that film, A Clockwork Orange, was mental conditioning.
Guidelines. After a law was passed, the 2022 General Assembly. The new policy mandates that parents are notified at least 30 days before students are given the material.
Dude, I tried, when I was a kid, I tried watching A Clockwork Orange and I fucking couldn't because it was disgusting.
Allowing parents to opt their kids out. The county defines sexually explicit content as the sexual of things like sexual bestiality, a lewd exhibition of nudity, sexual excitement, or sexual conduct. Most of the books on the list are for high school students, although we did see 9 books for middle school age kids as well. Sinclair's 1906 classic, The Jungle, and Tupac Shakur's 1999
Man, don't put Tupac aside to this shit, man. What the hell?
book of poetry, The Rose That Grew from Concrete.
I'm very surprised with some of these books actually.
In Manassas, we asked you for
They all to do with the parents and the level and then the maturity level of some of these kids. I mean, if you find it immature,
I think the parents do have the right, especially if they're children, I mean, it's their child, to opt out of certain books.
you want to see the full list of books from the county
Evan pointed out one other book on the list, and you can see it here. It says The Other Wherefore, and that was written back in 2010 by the current governor of Maryland. We reached out to his office for comment, and they sent us this statement, and it reads, Governor Moore has been very clear, in Maryland we don't ban books. We know that our history is our power, and we understand the importance of making all Marylanders' voices heard. Tonight, Lord,
There's nothing wrong with there is nothing wrong with any book being published, but some of these books are not written by just the writers themselves. Again, Ephesians 6:12. Who do you think is co-writing these books? Demons from hell. Okay. Why are there so many instances of this? So John Amanchukwu. I knew a kid whose name started with Chukwu. Chukwu, spelled the same way too. Looks like Chukwu. It's Chukwu. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm trying to find. Here we go.
This is shameful, base, and degrading. All 7 members also asked to look at this image. This was in the book, and they all unanimously said that this is, and along with that 15-page, this is in children's libraries here in Hillsborough County, approved by that committee unanimously at Plant Heights in multiple schools.
You couldn't even show it on the TV. That should tell you everything.
There's 10 images of that woman's naked breast in that book.
Thank you. Thank you. Next speaker.
I look like a hentai book.
This is shameful. This was in and degrading.
And you can't even see it.
All 7 members also asked to look at this image. This was in the book, and they all unanimously said that this is, and along with that 15-page, this is in children's libraries here in Hillsborough County, approved by that committee unanimously at Plant Heights in multiple schools. There's 10 images of that woman's naked breast in that book.
Thank you. Thank you. Next speaker.
So bruh, is that me again? God damn. So back to the mental conditioning from the choir. We're gonna go somewhere else with this, but yeah, man, it's all coming full circle now. My life's been destroyed by these same people. It's just the synagogue of Satan. A bunch of fucking, yeah, there's just a bunch of dickheads, really. Some people are nice to him, but it's honestly not fucking worth it at the end of the day.